whether or not the president is engaging in early campaigns. Many pundits say that his trip to the western part of this country was indeed a campaign tour. So, Senator.
Yes.
Opinion is split on whether it is too early for this reorganization, this heated debate, coalition shopping, 3 years to election. If you may draw comparison with what's happening in Tanzania, who are going to election in October this year, you look at their dailies and political headlines on the front pages, small highlights on the corners, not the main story. But you come to Kenya and we're already having faces and pairings of who's doing what when. Is it wrong? And do you think, like when Governor for Tharaka Nithi said, it's a bit premature?
I will answer that question on early campaigns, but let me go systematically because you started with the story of Gachagua. Gachagua has his own way of doing politics. And it's unfortunate that his way is not a national way of doing politics. It doesn't have a national outlook. And you can see every time he's talking, he's losing more and more people. Let me tell you. And the fact that he served as a one-term member of parliament and then the deputy president is showing. Because maybe he didn't sit enough, he didn't interact enough with the rest of Kenya to know that Kenya is a big country. He's going to Martha Karua. And Martha Karua, the statement you displayed yourself here says, we must look for other people. That's what she said. Martha Karua herself, her own immediate, major, important political deed she did was to run for deputy president with Raila Odinga. So you can see these are two people who will not work together. One has come with goats and sheep so that they can create a Mount Kenya something. The other one is already telling him in his face, we must look for other people. So what am I saying? I'm saying there'll be many people, MCAs, MPs, maybe even senators, who would want to hide under Gachagua because they will gain. But Gachagua himself on the national politics, because I don't see anybody serious with national politics trying to isolate the rest of the country and only beating the drums of politics within your area and hoping that you will get somewhere. That is not how the national leaders did there. And history is there for us to see. You know, history is there for all of us to see. Starting from our founding fathers, Jomo didn't stick in the mountain. He went to look for Masinde Muliro, Noah Katanangala, Akina DT Moi. He went all over to build something. Look at Raila. Raila went looking every time he built in the past. He built the what was it? Not Watergate. The Pentagon. You know, he went looking for people, and that's the language Martha Karua is talking. It's not the language of let us huddle ourselves in this small place. So that's
if at all the former deputy president is doing everything wrong politically, why is it irking the president and his allies so much? They seem to really be preoccupied with Gachagua's actions. If at all you can actually see the money is headed in a wrong direction and will head nowhere, why talk about him in his old tour of Western Kenya?
No, because you know, to every political action and equal and opposite action, it calls for that. So somebody will want to say something about that. That is not the only view. If someone is preaching the view that let us just huddle as Coast Region, as Northeastern Region, as Central Region, as Nairobi, then if you give a statement, if I give a statement like that today, tomorrow somebody will say, no, that's not the only viewpoint. There's another one. So Kenya is a free country and we should appreciate that. Let people do their thing. But I'm also saying that from previous experience, this can only benefit other people, not him. The people in the lower ranks looking for other positions because they know if I go to my village, I don't need to go outside. I will sit here and be an MCA. I would sit here and be an MP. I'll sit here and be a senator, I'll sit here and be a governor. But outside this, my party, even they know, my party cannot sell. And so I'm saying, I think the two leaders, when they met, I think one is speaking East, one is speaking West, one is speaking Y, one is speaking X. That's my comment on that. And I would still want to urge all political leaders, let us fight for something that unites this country. If you feel it is the economy that is being messed up, talk about the economy. If you feel it is the road sector that is being messed up, talk about it. If it is land, talk about it. But it cannot be right today, tomorrow, any other day to say it's my region and you want to occupy a national. I have a very big problem with that. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the other issue. You were mentioning this issue about whether it's early campaigns, and I want to state this. Every time I visit an area within my county, I will do what brought me there to do, but it is a natural and obvious expectation that I will also have to use that in a particular occasion to tell them one or two things about what is happening in the Senate. That's my mandate, okay? I would also expect that if a member of parliament has come for a fundraising, if an MCA has come for a funeral, if a governor has come for a wedding, he should say something about the occasion and also say something about
2027.
the mandate.
About 2027.
Okay? So let me say this. When the president is saying, you know, he gives a speech. We are going to do this about sugar. We have done this about the economy. We've done this. All that, the press never covers, actually. They never cover that. But then when he says, by the way, after we have done all this, those who are saying that they are going to fight me in 2027, prepare yourself. It is going to be a difficult thing. The press cuts the speech, and then they focus that, and then they say, oh, are we in early campaign mode? No, bring first the entire speech. You know, and then tell me that I was campaigning. But he was not. Senator. He was just saying the things and then telling people, I'm going to be a formidable candidate.
If I told that there's an early campaign one up against you, it is the president who started
Is it true or not that he's a formidable candidate? When I finish saying I've done this and this, I'm going to be a formidable candidate. Am I campaigning?
It is talking about 2027 and 2025 that I'm more concerned about. And the president appears to be leading that debate. That is the one talking about his own re-election bid come 2027. It is more than 2.5